Start kneeling towards the back edge of your mat with your shins parallel and hip distance apart. If you need a little padding for your knees, you can spread a blanket across your mat so your feet are off the blanket and your knees are on it. Reach your arms overhead, hug your front ribs in, stretch your fingers wide, and then hook your left fingers into the webbing of your right fingers, thumbs extended, and then pull up through your right arm, your right hand to stretch your left lung. Lengthen your tailbone down, no back bend here, all side body stretch, and take one more huge breath in to your left ribs, left side of your diaphragm. Come right back up through center, stretch your fingers wide, and then switch. Hook your right fingers, keep your left fingers stretching wide, and reach up through your left arm to pull your right side body really wide open. Heavy your tailbone. Reach really strongly through your left fingers to bring more space into your right lung. And then reach back up through center, stretch your fingers well, and twist open to the right in an upright twist. And just tip your right fingers back behind your right foot. And reach your left arm up and around into a left side body stretch, a little bit of a chest opener and a twist, but try and square your right hip forward and take one more breath. Right palm cupped, fingers pressing strongly against the earth. And unwind, come right back up through center, reach your arms up, hug your front ribs in, and take an upright twist to the left, teeing your arms wide. And prong your left fingers down. And reach your right arm up and around. Take a big breath into your right ribs, your right outer hip. And hook your left hip forward a little, so it's the ribs that are turning, not the pelvis. Big breath. Come right back up through center. Hug to the midline, reach straight up, and then bring your arms into a cactus shape or a goalpost shape. And then tip your elbows forward and angle your wrists back a little bit to turn on your shoulder blades and your serratus, hugging your back body towards your front body. Exhale, pull your heart up, and then circle your hands slowly around behind you and interlock your fingers with your right thumb on top. And then reach your heart forward as your shoulders reach back. Maybe your knuckles come to the floor to help press your chest forward into a deeper chest opener. Exhale right here. And then just forward bow. It doesn't have to be too deep. Keep the interlock and just hang your head and reach your knuckles back and up. And then come right back up. Sweep your arms forward and up. Palms face one another. Exhale into the cactus shape. Pull your chest through. Tip your elbows forward. Circle your hands back behind you again, this time with the left thumb on top. And you can either tip your knuckles down. You could also take your fist to your sacrum for a little more stability in the pelvis. And if your shoulders and your wrists are up to it, you could flip your hands and press your palms towards the earth. Take one more full breath right where you are. And then take a breath to bow. If your palms were flipped, bring them back towards a neutral interlock. Roll right back up. Take a huge breath in, reach up. And then as you exhale, bring your hands to prayer right to your third eye center. Close your eyes and bow your head. And let your head support your prayer so your shoulders can soften and the muscles of your face can completely relax. Take a deep breath in and fill up a little bit more. And a deep breath out and empty a bit more completely. And then inhale once more for a soft Om. Keep your eyes closed. Lift your head. Take your fingertips back behind you. Your fingers can face back or they can face forward, but try and turn them back, still with your palms cupped and your fingers firm to the earth. Make sure your shins are hip distance and parallel. And press your fingers firmly down, palms cupped. Start to hug your outer shoulders in, your outer hips in, and lift your heart forward and up. And take a big breath in, elevate your heart, and then just back out of that. Root your bum to your heels, and then lift again, big breath in. Exhale, back off. This time as you lift, maybe your hips lift a little. And then back off. Make your body like a wave. 2 more times. Lift your heart to maybe lift your hips. Back off and bring your torso upright. 1 more time. Lift up. Maybe your head drops back. Exhale, hips to heels. And stand right up on your shins. Reach your arms way up overhead. Tuck your toes. Bring your prayer to your forehead. And take a breath here. Lengthen your spine. Settle your shoulders, and then reach way, way up tall. And step your right foot forward into a lunge, not on a tightrope. Reach way up, spread your fingers, and then hook your left fingers in the webbing of your right hand for a side stretch. Reach way up and over to your right. And maybe you want to point your back toes, and maybe you want to press into the top of your back foot that you can lift your back knee off the floor. Take 2 more big breaths in. Deep, full breath out. 1 more huge breath in. Wrap your left hip forward and reach up and over to your right. Unwind. Drop the back knee if it's lifted. Come up right in the torso. And then just frame your front foot on fingertops. Keep your back knee down, tuck your back toes, and just start to shift your hips back any amount. A tiny half Hanuman. Big breath. Exhale, and maybe you flex your right foot. 1 more. Inhale. Your hips probably aren't too far back, but just pull them back any amount more. And simply rock forward, breathe in. Step right back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. Firm your inner hands, reach your hips up and back. Breathe out. 1 more. Big breath in. And exhale. Drop your knees down. Inhale to a cow. Pull your heart forward, round to cat. 1 more time, just like that. Inhale, cow. Press the floor away from you, round to cat. Inhale to a cow. And on this exhale, just pull your chest way forward to start to lengthen your tailbone. Take a big breath in. And come to a knees down, Chaturanga Dandasana, tailbone long. Breathe in, land your pelvis down, slide your feet flat, exhale. Long, low cobra. 1 more big breath in. And then press back through bent knees to extended child's pose. Take 1 breath, inhale. Hips to heels, exhale. Roll up to sit on your heels. Take your fingertips back behind you. Ground your fingers, ground your hips, setting up for the back bend. Lift up, maybe you lift your hips. And land your hips down and bring your torso upright. Stand right up on your shins. Reach your arms up overhead. Tuck your toes as you drop your prayer to your third. Reach right back up, big breath. Step your left foot forward to a lunge. Reach your arms up really tall. Spread your left fingers and hook your right fingers in the webbing of your left hand. Point your back toes. Reach way up and over to your left. And maybe you lift your right knee off the floor, reaching the right thigh bone up towards its hamstring. Reach up and over to your left, whether the knee is up or the knee is down. 1 more big breath in. Reach further up and over to your left with your exhale. Come right back up through center. Breathe in. And then take your fingers down around your left foot and hinge your hips back any amount. Keep your fingers where they are and hang your head. Exhale. 1 more breath. Deep breath in. Fold a little more with your exhale. Come through a lunge, tuck your back toes, breathe in, and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Start to pull way forward. Lengthen your tailbone, knees down, chaturanga. Land your hips, point your toes, pull through to a cobra. Pass through extended child's pose. Keep moving. Roll up to sit your bum on your heels. Exhale your fingertips back behind you. And then back bend. Inhale. Exhale, neutralize the spine. Stand up tall, reach way up. Tuck your toes. Bring your prayer to your third eye and bow. And then reach right back up. Reach really tall. Step your right foot forward, hip distance apart. And then as you inhale, just back your hips up a little bit and turn open to the right in an upright twist. Bring your right hand to your left hamstring. Reach your left arm up and reach it up and around. Unwind, reach back up through center. Cactus your arms, set up the back bend. And then interlock with your right thumb on top. Try and connect your knuckles to your left hamstring and back bend. Take a little bow forward. Doesn't have to be deep. Just relax your neck, exhaling. Frame your right foot, breathe in. Just back your hips up to a half Hanuman variation. Rock forward, breathe in. Tuck your back toes and step right back to down dog. And take a full breath in. And a slow, full breath out. Left side. Inhale, cow. Slow exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Pull your heart way forward, knees down, chaturanga. Tailbone really long. Long, low cobra, big breath. Pass through extended child's pose to sweep your arms back. Sit up on your shins. Fingers back. Hug to the midline, no hurry. Back bend, inhale. Exhale, back off. Stand up really tall, huge breath in. And drop your prayer to your third eye center and bow. Reach right back up, reach way up. Step your left foot forward, exhale. And go up, back out of this just a little. Take an upright twist to the left. Inhale your left fingers to your right hamstring and reach up and around with your exhale. Unwind, big breath in, reach up, cactus your arms, elbows forward, wrist angle back, circle the fingers around behind you to interlock, knuckles to right hamstring, and then lightly bow. Inhale, navel to spine, hang your head and reach your knuckles back and a little up. Frame your left foot, breathe in. Half Hanuman, exhale. Rock forward, breathe in. And step to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale through cow to pull way forward, knees down, chaturanga. And then slide your feet back and breathe into cobra. And you deepen this back bend as much as you like. Maybe you walk your hands back a little and start to develop your first upward facing dog. Or maybe you keep your hands, your pelvis, and your legs planted. And just work on pulling your chest through and your shoulders back. A long, low cobra. One more big breath in right where you are. Come through bent knees to extended child's pose. Take one breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Rock forward enough to tuck your toes. And come to downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Make your breath round and seamless. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Look forward, just step your feet forward, feet together, and fold. And take a breath in Uttanasana, big breath in. Exhale. Root your feet to the floor, stand up tall, reach up, and stay upright. Press your palms if you can, look past your thumb tips. Take one more big breath in, and then bring your hands to your heart center. Take a deep breath in right here. Firm your legs. Reach the crown of your head up tall. Surya A. Reach up. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Breathe in, lengthen, make your body like a pendulum. Chaturanga Dandasana. Back bend, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding for 3 breaths. In, slowly out. Slowly in, slow out. Breathe in. At the bottom of this breath, feet towards your hands. Lengthen, inhale. Fold, exhale. Stand tall, inhale. Look up past your thumbs. Tadasana. Good, reach tall, inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, spine long. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, slow back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe in and out. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last breath in. Exhale, feet to hands. Flat back, breathe in. Fold. Root your feet firm, stand up tall. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Go forward with your chest, Chaturanga Dandasana. Back bend. Downward dog, exhale. In and out. In and out. In. Feet to hands softly. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up tall. Reach up. Exhale, Tadasana. Last round. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, lightly to Chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, feel the flow of your breath, the flow of your blood. 1 more, in. Exhale, feet to hands. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, fold. Stand up tall, reach up, look up. And seat your prayer to your third eye and close your eyes and breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath, deep breath in. Complete the breath out. And then slip down into Utkatasana, reaching your arms up, shoulder distance apart. Slip your eyes open, hook your left fingers into the webbing of your right hand, and take a big side body stretch to the right. 1 more huge breath and pull up through your right fingers and set up a prayer twist to your right. Keep the interlock, but just make your hands in 1 fist. Turn, exhale. Just 1 more breath. Deep breath in, lengthen your spine. Turn with your exhale. Come right back through Utkatasana. Spread your fingers well and just switch. Hook your right fingers in the webbing of your left hand. Big breath in, reach way up and over to the left. Set up your twist to the left. Big breath in. Slide your left knee forward. Big breath out. Back through Utkatasana. Inhale. And just fold. Exhale. Lengthen forward, breathe in. And just step into a plank pose. Take a huge breath in here. Work your legs, work your belly. We'll work into a side plank variation. Just prop up on your left fingertips and roll to your outer right foot and your inner left foot. So the thighs are crossed and you're really stable in your 2 feet. Keep your left hip square, prong into your left fingers. There's a little twist happening here in the ribs. And then just switch sides. Roll through plank, plant your left hand. Prong onto your right fingers, roll to your outer left foot and your inner right foot. And take a breath in. A little twist in the ribs as your pelvis turns open to the side. And then unwind, breathe in through plank. And come right back to downward facing dog. And take a big, huge breath in. And root your thighs way up and back. Lift your right leg, not too high, hips square. Draw your right knee into your chest and step to your right thumb tip. And come upright into a high lunge or a crescent lunge. Exhale, put a little bend in your back knee and reach up taller. Big, huge breath in. And take an upright twist to your right. Take your right hand down your left hamstring or calf and reach up and around to your right. Unwind, back through a high lunge. Cactus the arms and draw your heart through. Circle your hands around behind you to interlock. Maybe you flip your palms to your hamstring as you back bend. And then take a devotional warrior variation, as low as feels good in your body. Unwind, frame your front foot, breathe in, straighten both legs, Vasisthasana, just passing through. Bend your front knee, big breath in, plant your hands, step back to downward facing dog, right into the left side. Left leg lifts, nice and slow. Knee to chest, round and step to the thumb tip. Come upright, big breath. Put a little bend in your back knee and really firm to the midline. Reach up through your ribs and take an upright twist to your left. And then a full breath, reverse revolving extended side angle. Reach up and around through your right middle finger. Come back up through neutral, reach up. Cactus the arms and pull your heart through and then back bend, interlock with the left thumb on top. Maybe it feels good to flip your hands and then unwind to devotional warrior. Exhale, hang your head. Frame your front foot and slowly straighten both legs as much as you can without hopping the back foot in. Bend your front knee, plant your hands firmly, and step back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in right here. And reach your hips up and back. Slide through plank, inhale, into the side plank variation, finger down, roll to the outer right. And reach your left arm straight up. Reach your top arm way forward, right shoulder on the back, and then unwind through plank. Modified side plank on the left side. Reach your right arm up, reach way up, and then reach way forward, left shoulder blade on the back. Slide through plank, go way forward, and then lower your hips down. Long, low cobra, inhaling. And exhale, bring your arms into a cactus shape. Circle your hands around behind you. Interlock the right thumb on top and ground your hips. And then lift your heart way up. Firm your belly and start to float your thighs off the floor. Take a deep breath in. Firm your pelvis down and lift your heart a little higher. And then just switch the interlock of your fingers. And start to bend your knees, but don't grab for your ankles. Take a deep breath in. Ground your hips and lift your heart. Like your feet are standing on the ceiling. Lift your thighs, lift your feet a little. Unwind with your exhale. Plant your hands under your shoulders. Press through bent knees, extended child's pose. Exhale. Rock forward. Plant your hands well. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Lift your right leg, big breath in, square hips. Step forward and maybe ground your back foot. And then lift up to a high lunge or warrior one. Exhale. Excellent. Separate your arms shoulder distance. Reach up. Take an upright twist to the right. Reverse revolving. One huge breath. Big left side body stretch. Exhale here. Come back up through center. Breathe in. Cactus the arms and develop the back bend. And then one full breath to interlock. Try and connect your knuckles or even your palm to your hamstring. Devotional warrior. Breathe in. Hang your head and reach your knuckles back and maybe up. Circle your fingers around your front foot. Lift your back heel and just straighten your front leg. Unwind. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Left side, lift your left leg slow. Knee to chest, round and step to the thumb. Vira one or another high lunge. Exhale, square your hips as best you can. Take a big breath in, reach way, way up. Take an upright twist to the left. Reverse revolving, big breath from your right heel all the way through your right middle finger. Unwind, breathe in. Cactus the arms and pull your heart through the window of your shoulders. Interlace left thumb on top, maybe flip your palms. Exhale, back bend. And then bow forward, inhale. Hang your head, exhale. Frame your front foot. And just lift your hips, pyramid pose. Bend your front knee, plant your hands, inhaling, and step to downward facing dog. Hold for a deep, deep breath in. Empty the lungs slowly and complete. Slide through plank, inhale. Side plank, set up on the right side. And then lift your left arm, lift your left leg, and step the ball of your left foot back behind your right leg. Be on the ball of that foot, and then hold the back of your head with your left hand and take a couple of breaths. Inhale. Really press into the ball of your left foot and lift your hips up towards the ceiling. One more. Right shoulder blade on the back. Breathe out. Unwind through plank pose. Roll to the left side. Prong your right fingers. Set it up well. And then start to lift your right arm. Step the right foot back behind you. Bottom leg straight and strong. Hold the back of your head with your right hand. And peel your left nipple towards the ceiling. Really press into the ball of your right foot. And lift your hips, especially that left hip. Good. Breathe in. And then slowly, slowly unwind. Slide through plank. Big breath in. Pull forward and lower slow to the floor. Inhale, long, low cobra. Exhale, cactus the arms. Circle the hands back behind you, but don't interlock. And just start to bend your knees. And then grab for your outer or your inner ankles. Exhale, press your pelvis down and lift your thighs up. And take 2 deep breaths. Dhanurasana, bow pose. Exhale. Keep the breath long and slow and smooth. Inhale. And exhale. And then unwind slowly and pass through extended child's pose. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Rock forward, tuck your toes, and come right back to down dog. Lift your right leg, different this time. Draw the right knee into your chest and step to the thumb, but then drop your back knee. Lift your arms way upright. Back your hips up a little bit. Keep the back toes tucked. Turn open to the right, and then try and take your right hand to your left heel. If that's not gonna happen, you can just put your right hand on the back of your pelvis and then reach up and around. Optionally, you can square your chest forward and take your left hand back and around towards your left heel or the sacrum or even the back of the hamstring. Take another deep, deep breath in. Deep, slow breath out. And take one more big breath. Prepare to unwind. Pick your chest forward and up. And then just frame your front foot. Big breath in. Pull your hips back. Little tiny half Hanuman. Big breath in. Maybe you flex your right foot. Fold a little bit deeper. And then come through a lunge. Inhale. Right back to downward facing dog with your exhale. Left side, lift your left leg. Draw your left knee into your chest, round and step to the thumb tip. Drop your back knee, reach your arms way up. Back your hips off and twist open to the left. Try to bring your left hand to the heel, back toes tucked. And then you can keep the twist, or you can turn your chest forward, squaring the hips and the chest to the front. Maybe your right hand comes back to the back of the pelvis, the back of the thigh, or even the right heel. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. big breath in. And then start to unwind. Fold forward, frame your front foot, and pull your hips back. And then take a big, huge breath in and out. And just rock forward and slowly step your left leg back. And drop your knees. And take a few rounds of cow and cat if you want to make those circles from side to side and get a little bit more into your outer hips and your outer ribs. Take any hand variation you like. You can flip your fingers out to the side or turn your hands to face your knees. If you circled one way, be sure to circle the other way. And take a couple more deep breaths. Now the breath can free up a little bit, but still keep it deep and smooth and even. And then bring your hands forward and come down onto your forearms. You can have your forearms parallel, or you could interlock your fingers and step your legs back so you're in a forearm plank. And then you're going to do the same work in the legs that you did in side plank, but you'll stay on your forearms. So there's a little twist, the ribs down as your hips turn open to the left. You're on your outer right foot, inner left foot. If you've got your forearm down and it's truly parallel to the right edge of your mat, you could lift your left arm up and take a couple of breaths in a forearm side plank. Or just stay in the twist with your forearms down and maybe the fingers interlocked. Take one more deep breath in. If your top arm is up, reach it forward with this exhale. And then just come back through the midline. And go the other way. Outer left foot, inner right foot. It'll give you a little more stability in the feet. And then you work the twist. Hips open to the right and ribs down. Or if your forearm is parallel, then you can lift your top arm up. Seat your left shoulder blade firmly on your back. And take one more big breath. If your arm is up with this last exhale, reach it forward. And then circle the forearms down, both toes tucked, heels lifted. Walk your elbows underneath you if they've gotten wider than the shoulders, and then start to walk your feet in. You can be high on the balls of your feet. You can have a bend in your knees, but try and pike your butt up as high as you can. And then just hang your head. And lift your shoulder blades up your back towards your hips. And try and stack your shoulders right over your elbows. You got 5 more deep breaths. If you love the idea of coming upside down, taking a breath, and then very slowly coming down, you can make it a tiny vinyasa into an inversion. Couple more big breaths. Shoulder blades reaching up your back. Triceps wrapping in towards the midline. Hips way up and back and compacting to the midline as well. And then slowly unwind. Walk your feet back a little. Drop your knees. Rest for a moment in extended child's pose. Just let your arms hang and drape towards the earth. Take a deep, deep breath in. And a deep, complete breath out. Come back up onto your hands, but bring your shins all the way together. And you're just going to slide your right leg around in front of your left leg so your knees are stacked, and then bring your feet out as wide as is comfortable and take cat-cow right here with your legs in a Gomukhasana shape. As you rock forward, pull your chest through into the tiniest back bend. And then as you exhale, press your hips back. And then keep going like that for another couple of breaths. If it feels good to eventually land your butt down to the floor between your feet, or to even slide a block or a blanket underneath your hips, that's fine, but keep your arms reaching forward so you're in a long forward bend, wherever your hips land. And you can just keep this rhythmic and more like a cat-cow with a little bit of outer hip stretching spiced in. Couple more breaths. And then come forward once more. Plant your hands firmly. And just undo the legs. Switch. Circle your left leg around in front of your right. Widen your feet as much as is comfortable, and take at least a few rounds of cow and cat spine, pressing back with every exhale. And then you stick with that undulating movement forward and back, where you eventually land your hips to the earth or to a prop and extend your arms way forward. And take some deep, deep breaths. One more. Big breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, walk your way forward. And realign your shins in a tabletop. Take a couple of breaths. We're gonna set up for a pigeon variation. You can set up from tabletop with your shins together, or you can press briefly through a down dog with your feet together. And then bring your right shin forward for pigeon, as far forward as feels good in your body. And then you're gonna lean down onto your left forearm. Bring the elbow on your mat and your left forearm and palm off your mat. So you make a little kickstand with your left forearm. And then press your right hand to your inner right thigh. And straighten your arm a little or a lot so you can lean your chest off to the left and unlock your right hip a little bit. And as you press your right thigh to the right, think of leaning not just the chest, but the right hip to the left. So you make a little extra space in the right hip flexor. Do whatever feels good with the head and neck, and take one more breath. And then just slowly, slowly unwind into the forward bend. Any arms. Try and connect your head to the earth. Maybe you need to bring a prop there, or stack your fists. Or if you can, just drape your arms in a really wide V and let your whole body surrender with gravity into the earth. Take a couple more really deep breaths, all the way down into your hips and into your left leg, even into your left foot. And slowly, slowly unwind and come through down dog with the feet touching, or through a tabletop with the shins touching. And set up for the other side. Keep your back leg right at the midline if you can, and then angle your right forearm off to the right. Elbow on the mat, forearm and palm off so you can lean into that forearm. Press your left hand to your inner left thigh. And then press left thigh to the left and lean your chest, your belly, even your left hip away from the thigh. You bring a lot of space to the hip flexor, the abdomen. And do just what feels right in the head and neck. And take another big, big breath in and out. And unwind into the forward bend. Breathe all the way down into your hips, even through your right big toe. One more huge breath. And then slowly, slowly unwind. And drop your knees down and slither to the floor, and then lift your hips up enough to slide your fists underneath your belly. And roll your fists a little bit. Loosen up your abdomen. Be right around the navel point or a little lower, right around the pelvic crest, or up a little higher, right up under the floating ribs into the diaphragm. Relax your neck and shoulders. Let your toes turn in, your heels softly roll out. And take a couple final deep, deep breaths. And then undo your arms and roll right over onto your back. Settle yourself on your mat. Do whatever feels good in the legs, the arms, and make yourself very comfortable against the earth. Take a deep breath in your nose, and then sigh softly out your mouth. Seal the lips and pause. And then just breathe in about a third of your volume of air and pause. And another third, pause. And another third, so you're full, but you still feel really soft. And then slowly exhale out your mouth. And take a light breath in your nose and out your nose. And then again, pause empty. Fill up just about 1/3 of the way and soften, relax, especially around the shoulders and the neck and the jaw, and then fill up another third of the way. Mostly just relax. And then fill up so you feel expansive and full, but you also feel supremely relaxed. And then slowly, slowly empty out your mouth. Then take a soft breath in the nose and out the nose. Rest on the earth. Shavasana. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. Dr. Martin Luther King. Fortify yourself with a good long rest. Let yourself be fed by the support of the earth. Namaste.